I'm going to show you the best, most expensive refrigerators at Lowe's. All of them on Black Friday specials here. This one we'll start with is Bosch. $3,600. You say that's crazy for a fridge. Well, it's probably the most expensive in the line, but it's definitely not the most expensive consumer brand. There's a lot to like about this. You can trust this brand. This is one of their higher end ones, and these are totally reliable. These have a good reputation. This has the middle drawer. Obviously everybody wants that. Notice there's no water up top. I just have to point that out. Water in the side. Okay, so you would actually fill right here, bringing your cup on the inside. Down below we're going to see the ice maker with the scoop and extra drawer. Still somewhat flimsy. You know, Bosch has had to compete a little bit here lately, so they've lowered their standard in some areas. They've also offered a more consumer-based, you know, lower dollar brand. Like this $2,100 is not going to be as reliable, obviously. Still a good unit. Outdoor ice. A lot to like about this. Good looking machine. Would not be my first pick. If I was spending $2,000, honestly, I'd get something different, but this is a good machine. If you notice the reviews, only $395, so fairly newer to the market. This one, however, 3,000 reviews, and that's at 4.5 stars. This one's a winner, $3,600. Now let's compare it to the KitchenAid. 922 reviews, $3,000. Notice for an extra 5-year, you would get like $300, so $3,300. If you're going to get the KitchenAid made by Whirlpool instead of the Bosch, I'm going to recommend that you get the extra warranty. Get the extended warranty on this. You're not going to regret it. You're going to want it. You know, they've gotten better at their ice system. A lot of times they'll have problems with leaks. With this, you have to watch that. But you at least get a nice sized dispenser on the front. A lot of people still like that. Some people think it's antiquated, but you will definitely notice the KitchenAid attention to detail, the smoked glass, the silver accents, the wood appearance, the handles. There's so much to like on this refrigerator. It feels nice. Now I have to say it, I compare this to a cafe, and I would personally say cafe wins. And you don't have a cafe in Lowe's. For whatever reason, they don't display cafe on the floor. I've seen Lowe's that do. I'm in one that used to, and they no longer do. Not sure why. If I had a chance to ask a manager, I would. Extra drawers, cafe has something similar. This feels pretty good. I like these drawers. They're about the same. Cafe has the 2 different sizes. And of course, they have the storage down below on the cafe. So again, cafe would be my first pick after the Bosch, but they don't have it here, so I'm going to go Bosch as my first. KitchenAid is my second. Now some people are going to say, oh, you don't like Samsung. Now Samsung's got better. A lot of people know that. I don't want one with the screen. This one's not plugged in. You're going to spend $3,000, and look how many reviews. 37 reviews. Oh, I don't trust that. Now obviously the internal water and ice is a nice feature, and other ones you can open it halfway. This one does not appear to have that, but your water's here, water dispenser, nice feature. Down below, the middle drawer. I like the ice system. Larger nuggets, smaller nuggets, has a place for the scoop, keeps it protected. So Samsung's getting better. They're paying attention to details. They're listening to their customers. Overall, it's a good looking fridge, but you don't need a computer. You're paying for a computer. You can get the same fridge for about $1,000 less without the computer. And if you're looking at a Samsung, go with that one. Here it is in the full stainless. They have the the Bespoke down here. Another really nice is a Frigidaire, $2,000. This is a budget machine, but notice the reviews.
Oh no, none of them gonna be like that.
10,000 reviews. So think about this. This is 10,000 reviews, and I've seen good examples and bad of this fridge. They've worked out some of the kinks. They don't have as many problems as they used to. Overall, this is a good fridge. I like it. It's a counter depth, and so if you're looking for a budget option that's reliable, I would go with this one. This one's missing the drawers here on the floor, but if you look, you can get $250. You get the 5-year warranty. I would strongly suggest with most of the refrigerators that you just go ahead and do that. It's like an insurance policy when you run into major problems. And so I want to point out the GEs. Now here's a Whirlpool, that's a nice one, $2,000 on sale, but look at your reviews. 1,400 reviews and it's only a 4-star. It's not a 5-star or 4.5 like some of them. So Whirlpool has been slacking and having some problems, but they're working on it. They're trying to fix their problems, and I commend them for that. There's a nice LG. Here's another nice LG. Look at this. 1,100 reviews, $2,000. I'm not crazy about LG. I still don't trust them on their compressors. So again, if you get this one, make sure you get the extended warranty. I don't trust them. I've seen too many people, oh, they fixed it. And I personally know people that have just been done over wrong by them. Now this is a good deal for the GE. Look at it. 11,000 reviews, $2,400 and $300 for the extended, right? So puts you in a range of $2,800, and it has the middle drawer where you can adjust the temperature, put sodas in there. Has the hands-free autofill, super nice feature. Tells you how many ounces crushed or cube. Now this is the same internal working as the Cafe. Has that same back panel that is super bright, and boy, they just do a good job. GE fridges are doing a good job on performance, and so I do recommend them. I'm not crazy about the profile variation. Notice it has this handle, and watch what happens. It opens here, and then it has a door that swings. Most people, I don't think that's necessary. It's like a parlor trick. Doesn't really do you any good, doesn't benefit you. And I have to say also on the GEs, if it has the third drawer, if it has this middle drawer, you cannot put an extra ice maker in it. However, most GEs you can, unless it has that drawer. And so if the GE Cafe were available for the same price as the Bosch, that would be a hard decision for me. If it were the same price as the LG, the Samsung, or the Whirlpool, hands down, I would go with the Cafe. Cafe is really doing a good job. They're high quality, the handles are more durable, better compressor than LG and Samsung. Now Samsung has definitely improved their ice maker. KitchenAid also has this one without the water and ice. And this one's at $21.99 for a Black Friday deal, which is pretty good. Good, clean looking fridge. If you're in the $2,000 range, this one is a winner. Really like the look of it. Also, you won't have the issue with the ice maker and the leak here. And so your ice maker is going to be down below. The middle drawer is inside, which probably saves you space. Some people question whether actual functional separate drawer is really necessary, if most people actually benefit from it. This one has little drawers just tucked away everywhere. Everywhere you look, you've got extra storage and space. And so I like KitchenAid is definitely moving up, in my opinion. They're doing a much better job than they used to. And Bosch, same thing. Just watch out, don't buy the bottom of the barrel Bosch. They have a 100 series, and I don't like it. 300's okay, 500's okay. This is a good price. That's a clearance. I don't think this is a Black Friday, so they must be getting rid of this unit, not really sure. Again, Bosch striving to do better, really making some good units. A very discreet, very smaller ice maker. I like it. It's simple, you know, very intuitive, easy to see what's going on. You don't need a lot of stuff. The question is, can you get a big water bottle in there? You'd have to kind of kick it out so it doesn't have a very large footprint. Another Samsung, no, this is the Midea. Yeah, let's talk about Midea. So check this out. $1,400, and look at the reviews, 171. And then you look down here and it's $200 for an extended warranty. So I would strongly recommend it with Midea because they're newer in the market under their own name. They've been making things for years. So for $1,600, it comes with a manufacturer 2-year. And this one will fit large cups, as you can see. Looks like a good fridge, feels like a good fridge. Reminds me of Samsung from a few years ago in a lot of ways, which they've made things for Samsung, GE, Whirlpool, a lot of the big names. It would surprise you, Frigidaire. Midea has been behind the scenes for smaller units or over the, you know, different types of appliances. And so their manufacturing base is proven, but is their support network proven? That's the real question. So with this Midea coming in with a 2-year warranty and 30 cubic foot, 29 cubic foot, this is a very large fridge for that space. So this is going to be comparable to an LG or a Samsung. I put them in the same category. I put them in that same region. And so, but that's a great price. I got to admit, that's a great price. But again, don't just buy for price, buy for reputation and quality. And that brings you back to a GE. I would feel safer with this GE. Notice how many reviews. 10,000 for 13 and $200 gets you extra warranty. So, you know, just no ice on the outside. I think this one's the skinnier one, isn't it? But GE really has it down pat. They don't have the problems that a lot of your other brands do. So I hope that helps if you're looking for a big fridge for a Black Friday sale. Again, here's a good one. $1,700 for a Samsung Bespoke. A lot of people are swearing by these, saying that it does a great job. I know somebody personally that swapped one out and they love it so far. They haven't had any major problems yet. And so, oh yeah, let's check out the door. Notice you have the second door here. Pitcher fills your water here. $1,700, has 1,700 reviews. Another $250 gets you extended warranty. I wouldn't get a Samsung without the extended warranty. And so that's my opinion. I hope that helps you to save some money on your Black Friday refrigerator shopping.